I'm reading from the Sonoma University website. The topic is about the drug policy. I'm not going to read them all, but there are very interesting parts about the management of how drugs at risk, shouldn't be happening. And what I'm going to do is read what drugs and alcohol is about and what impact it have on not just the student, the employees, and everyone. All right. The topic mainly is alcohol and other drug risks. Improper use of drugs or alcohol can seriously injure the health of everyone, not just employees, not just students, everybody. It impairs the performance of people's responsibilities and endanger the safety and well-being, again, of everyone, including the general public, everyone. Many well-documented risks are associated with alcohol and other drugs, affecting not only the individual users but also the users' family, friends, and the general community, including social services, health services, and more. Alcohol is frequently implicated in causes of sexual assault misconduct in schools, in the street, in our own home, in one's home, in one's family. It's documented. And the misuse of other drugs is sometimes a factor in other violent behavior. This drug and alcohol risk is actually not confined to one communities. It happened here in Australia, where a student was bludgeoned to death by a fellow student because the person that did the assault has taken drugs and alcohol beforehand. It happened in America. Look at all the things that were happening that I read, like student massacre, subway attack, and other things. It's all blamed by drug-induced behavior. It's not intentional to harm no one. It become true because the person has drugs in their system and the matters get out of hand. Problems associated with alcohol and other drugs include impair brain function. And that's an example what I just mentioned. Attacks happen in the subway. Attacks happen in the street. Attack happens in the school ground. Teachers were assaulted. Fellow students were assaulted. It happens in the homes. Families were assaulted because one person decided to take drugs and his brain functioning is impaired because of alcohol and drugs. Brain function for academic or work performance, relationship difficulties, including sexual dysfunction, a tendency toward verbal and physical violence, financial distress because the money that is supposed to pay the bill, the person decided to pay drugs and alcohol instead, and they put them to debt. Violations of the law, such as drink driving under the influence, willfully destroying property, and causing death. There are many things that drugs impacted in our life. At risk, drinking can cause poor performance, injuries, arguments, legal problems, including DUI, strained relationships, undesirable or even dangerous sex practices, and verbal or physical violence, including the perpetuation of sexual assault. At risk and other risky patterns of alcohol consumption also contribute to sleep problems, prolonged intoxication like hangover. That's why sometimes you see police in the middle of the day in the traffic trying to get people pop on the breathalyzer, trying to see if they drink alcohol. Cancer, liver disease, stroke, depression, anxiety, even psychotic episodes. That is horrible. Call the doctor immediately or ambulance. Alcohol use disorder or misuse, and alcohol dependency. Alcohol consumption is involved in the majority of violent acts on the subway, on the campuses, including sexual assault, vandalism, fights, student fights, and accidents involving cars, pedestrians, and bicycles. Many things is influenced by the use of alcohol. This is terrible. It's good to know anyway. Alcohol-related short-term health risks involve excessive alcohol use has immediate effects that increase the risk of many harmful health conditions. They are most often the result of binge drinking. Injuries such as motor vehicle crashes, falls, drownings, and burns. There is a story not very long ago, or I think after a party election, and the political party won. One of the members of the parliament were jumping on the table, celebrating and drunk. You know what happened? He had a fall. Violence, including homicide, suicide, sexual assault, and intimate partner violence. Risky sexual behaviors, including unprotected sex or sex with multiple partners. These behaviors can result to unintended pregnancy or sexually transmitted diseases, including HIV, miscarriage, and stillbirths, or children born with fetal alcohol syndrome disorder or diagnosis. Children were born with drugs and alcohol addiction even before they get out of their mother's womb. How terrible is that? It's sad. Alcohol-related short-term risk. Excessive alcohol use has immediate effects that increase the risk of many harmful health conditions. They are most often the result of binge drinking. I read that the last one. Let's go to this one. Alcohol-related long-term health risks. Over time, excessive alcohol use can lead to the development of chronic diseases. Like I said, my husband died. He was buried without a piece of liver because the doctor said for scientific research. The development of chronic diseases and other serious problems, including high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, liver diseases, and digestive system. Stomach cancer, cancer of the breast, mouth, throat, esophagus, liver, and colon. Learning and memory problems, including dementia and poor school performance. Mental health problems, including depression and anxiety, including the psychotic episode. That's why you have to call the ambulance immediately. Social problems, including lost productivity in the workplace, in the school. Family problems and unemployment because the person coming to work drunk. It's true. There are people who have alcohol for breakfast. That's their coffee. Additional information about alcohol-related health risks can be found in the Center for Disease Control Fact Sheet, Alcohol Use and Your Health. Do you want me to repeat that? Center for Disease Control Fact Sheet, Alcohol Use and Your Health. Alcohol dependence or alcoholism create a lot of social and health problems. Seek help when you know or any of your loved one is having difficulty with drugs and alcohol. Life is there to live. Life is a long journey. It has ups and downs. Seek help when you're having difficulty. Always remember, every situation in life is temporary. When life is good, enjoy it fully. When it's not and it happens, do remember nothing is permanent. It will not last. Better days are coming. Remember, never let yourself fall so down deep in this kind of situation. Recovery from drugs and alcohol is a long journey. Seek help while it's early. Right, you have a good day. Thank you very much for watching my video. I really appreciate it. Follow and share.